Welcome YouTube to my channel 4-Minute Things, where we talk about current topics and explain to you the details in about 4 minutes. As always, feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button if you really like my video. In today's session, I will be talking about cryptocurrencies and more specifically bitcoins. So at a very basic level, bitcoins are nothing but digital assets created by combination of binary codes. These are also called cryptocurrencies and being used worldwide for exchange of goods and services. Now let's have a look at the legacy system that we have in place. So a person who is trying to shop for any good or any services will make the payment through a bank or a financial institution in the mode of cash or card. Now the financial institution who works as an intermediary for the payment will charge a percentage of commission for helping to honor the commitment of this specific deal. Now, if we look at the same on a broader picture, what basically happens is your total wealth, if we say you have a total wealth of 100 and you're trying to make a payment for that $100, a percentage of it is also going to the bank. Bank is charging a percentage of it as commission, making your transaction more expensive at the same time. Now there's a very essential reason why we have a bank or a financial institution in place. So basically, if you're trying to make a payment, you already made a payment to a seller in exchange of a good, and this seller has a probability to skip the supply of this good. So the bank who works in the middle will help you and the seller honor the commitment of the transaction, and that is why we rely on banks. But then in 2007, there was an unknown group of people by the name Satoshi Nakamoto in Japan who created an open source system where they were trying to eliminate this banks or institution in the middle and minimize the total expense for a specific transaction. What they did is they decided to give a full host of people the total access to the total balances that each one of them has. So say A, B, C, D, everyone has $10 of balance in their account. So all 4 of them will have access to these balances, and any change in any one of its balances will be accessible by all 4 of them, making it more secure, more simple at the same time. Now as a result, what happens is, since this information is available at the individual level, obviously no one bank or a financial institution or government will be able to control or attempt to force any charges or commission on this transaction. At the same time, they won't be able to modulate or regulate the total transactions. Now let's talk about the initial days when bitcoins were brought in. So it was being used initially for the services over internet. It was also being used for online shopping, or it was also being used for funding terrorism at some level, which was being shared by some journalists in the earlier 2011s. At the same time, it was also being used for education. It was also being used for research, nuclear research, etc., medical research as well. Now that is on a high level what bitcoins are. So although a lot of people are making a lot of money with it, since it's unregulated and also in the testing phases, no one is very sure as to how much can be the impact. Thank you everyone.